Oh, mate. Back again.
We are back indeed.
Yes.
We're joined by some troublemakers as well. two troublemakers to the left of me.
Something for the ladies,
I
them.
said no.
Not me. I think there is one definitely to the left of me, but it's not me.
I'm just gonna sit here, and everyone can make their own judgment.
I'll swear down.
Yes. Make it quick.
Whoa. What's going on?
I love that, you know. A little bit infighting. Young infighting, we'll be fine though.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back. A good honest conversation never hurt anyone.
Yes.
I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I know you look at me like, it's the evening.
Yeah.
But our listeners are getting this right now. It's a Thursday technically.
Okay.
So you see.
Yeah, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
All that good stuff.
Yes.
We've got some guests in the building.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey.
Say hey to our peoples.
Hey guys.
There you go.
Hey
Energy.
guys.
You're just going to stop using the hashtag now?
No, we'll get to that in a second, man. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. I'm still working.
It's the second week in a row, you know.
What happened last week?
What happened?
He's on to me for no reason.
No.
I think there's a reason.
We have a routine. We have a routine.
Oh, like
you know.
he just broke it.
What our
That's
audience know us for, you know. How we start.
We got to start again.
Troublemaker.
Hashtag off the cuff pod.
Hashtag off the cuff pod.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go. No?
Even I think that's delayed. That's very delayed.
Yeah.
Well, we're here though, innit?
We're here.
You're here.
It don't deserve a come on after that. It don't.
Cheers, man. Thank you, man. Episode 253. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They know what we're on by this point, man. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Everything's been
Really
there for a little while.
good.
What?
You know.
Put in work. Something like
That is a lot.
That
of
is
work.
excellent.
That scares me.
Oh, thanks.
No.
Why did
No,
you do?
The thought of doing 253 of the same thing.
I think that's brilliant.
You would.
I mean, not the same thing every week.
Yeah. You know what I mean? She's not rating your thing at all.
No, I'm rating it. I'm just saying it's a lot.
It's like a marriage, isn't it?
Marriage.
It's like a...
Scared of commitment, now you
Like
girls.
Whoa!
Okay, you one of those.
Oh, the truth is coming out.
Young entanglement from the left of me. Okay.
No, I'll stop. Let me sip my drink. It's better to
sip
sip.
the drink. I've never had an entanglement.
Allegedly.
I've never had an
I
entanglement.
mean, define entanglement.
Yeah,
Hey,
like we,
you know.
We're being filmed, isn't it? So the
We are
faces
being-
are
we-
definitely
we-
being
They're
seen.
we haven't defined what an entanglement actually is.
Mix up. Blend.
Mix and blend.
What Kelly, let's hear your version
my
of
version of entanglement? First of all, I didn't see what the problem was anyway because they were not together. So
Oh, you toxic. Yeah, we gonna get.
We here now. We here now.
We're gonna get along still. Yeah.
let it out.
that's
Let
not
it out.
toxic. That's common sense.
No.
They
Hey,
were
common
not
sense.
together.
Listen, you're there.
They were not together.
Okay.
He stated that as well.
Mm.
So I.
Don't cry, don't beg. Oh, come on, yeah.
Amen.
Man. Yeah, come on. Give me the
So
vibes.
that I don't even think is an entanglement. She got into something with him when they were not together, and I think everyone should stop crying.
But then why did Will's face look like that?
Because you
Because
embarrassed me in
men
public,
can't
innit?
cope. Men can't cope.
Wow. Okay.
They can't cope. But you weren't together. He left her. So then now you want to cry that I was with somebody else?
I don't believe this. It's not right.
If it went how they sat there and said it went,
It wasn't.
then no
It
one should
looked
cry.
like a lie. Everything just looked like a lie.
It might have been staged, but if it went how it
Upstaged.
went, upstaged in the building, then no one should cry and everyone should mind their business.
Oh boy. It's funny. We're in August as well.
No, sorry.
I saw what he did there.
It was good. I like it.
And they were loving him last week, you know. He was killing them with the one-liners. Yeah, he was killing them.
Anywho.
We didn't introduce you properly. We've got Andrea, She Talks Finance UK.
She Talks Finance UK.
And we've got Kelly Upstaged to the left of us.
Yeah.
Definitely always
In
upstaging
the
the
building.
thing.
I'm on my best.
Is she on? You know we'll know. I'm telling you.
I'm on
Ask
my
the
best
right
behaviour.
questions.
I'm on my,
Or talk about the right thing.
I'm hot.
And
We'll get the truth out of her.
yeah, it's
Don't worry,
really
keep drinking,
no.
man.
Do you know what?
Do you know what?
Kelly is a vibe.
Listen.
Like,
Kelly's a
keep
vibe.
drinking.
Kelly's a vibe. Kelly's a
I'm just a
vibe.
passenger.
Nah,
This
do
is
you know
right.
what? Yeah, it's,
Kelly
swear.
is a vibe.
no need to sweat. It's calm.
It's hot.
Are you hot?
You know what? Yeah, you lot came
Why
with
you
your.
hot?
I'm taking off my jacket in a minute.
Go on, let it out.
You
Yeah,
guys.
can we discuss this, please? Because
Yeah.
like,
What's up?
there's a running joke in the community about like people that work in finance
What
and
about?
their
What's the running
attire,
joke?
innit? So, like, there's a lot of power suits.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a lot of double-breasted blazers.
Yeah. Oh
power
God, the
suit.
guy's in. Oh God, the guy's in.
And
yeah.
the allegations are
On
like,
my
if
work,
you're
that
like
was
your
brilliant.
first week of forex trading,
Oh,
you
we're
have to
not
have
for it.
you have to have a turtleneck. Like, that's your
I'm
like,
Right, we're gonna stop
seminars.
that
Stop right there.
Niggas wear a turtleneck and start giving you financial advice.
What you've done?
Who's trying to put us with
Please don't
week
do that.
one,
Hello.
come on,
We're-
trade.
yeah,
pack up the things.
let's go.
Let's go.
Financial freedom.
Say that.
We are not for it.
I don't. I knew that's the jab. Week
No,
one,
no, no,
Can you
turtleneck.
imagine?
We.
It's week one. You see them on the gram. Yeah, I'm giving you advice, bruv. You just qualified last week. Like, no key. Far off.
Bare analytics on their
The
Insta feed.
polo is maybe helping
But
them.
do you know what it is? I've heard this as well, that they sell the lifestyle.
Yes.
That is what they do.
I know. I
They
see them on the
sell
gram.
the lifestyle. So for me, I know people that are successful doing it.
Okay.
And I just think that's like anything that you do.
Yeah, if you're going to give your
Some
all to
people be
it,
good at what we do and some people won't.
100%.
Do you understand? So it's the same sort of thing, but we are nothing to do for it.
We are not Forex. We are not multi-level marketers.
We are not that. It's different.
Yeah.
It's completely
No
different.
cheap
You don't
pyramid
want-
schemes. No.
It's not-
It's
none
not
of
a
that.
pyramid scheme,
No pyramid
and I will tell
scheme.
you why. No, we do
Tell
have
them,
teams
tell
and
them.
we do earn residual income.
Okay.
But it's not a pyramid because it doesn't matter if you bring in no one, you will still
will
earn.
earn.
the same. That is
Yeah.
the big difference.
Yeah.
So okay,
Exactly.
we cleared that up.
Are they clear?
They're very
They're
clear.
clear.
Clink,
Made
clink.
that clear.
Look, and they
Clink,
drink in
clink.
unison. Look at
You know
them. They're full of it. It's like, are we clear? Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
That's it.
Can I just say, shouts out to the Drinks Connoisseur, because
Whoa,
they've
Okay, you know
Drinks
what?
Connoisseur. Big up
family
yourself.
situation over there,
Big
so
up yourself.
they've laced us again, second week
I
running
hope
with
this
some
is really
drinks.
there.
Second week
The
running
camera
drinks.
ain't
These
Film
two
and
lovely
wine.
ladies
That's
bought their own
amazing.
glasses.
Oh yeah, we must. That was Kelly, you know.
Clink, clink.
Clink, clink,
And Andrew brought
You
our
lot are really part of
raspberries.
finance.
I bought the
Clink,
raspberry.
clink.
clink, clink.
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 I'm telling you. Do you
What?
lot like?
It's good.
Life
Yeah?
is very good.
You lot skipping up
Amazing.
Canary Wharf and that.
I mean, that just happens to be where one of our offices is.
One of them.
The irony.
What are you gonna say? Not one, not two, but
Thousands.
I didn't say thousands. I didn't say.
No, it's good.
just,
Do you know what it is? What we've realised is to win, you need to take the risk.
100%.
Okay.
And that's what it comes down to. You have to come out of your comfort zone. And that's
Yeah.
what we've done.
Yeah.
And that's why we are winning.
I love
And
that.
we will continue to win.
At some point,
That's what it is.
you're gonna have to give something your all.
Yeah.
At some point in your life. So if you're delaying it, I'm not sure what you're waiting for.
Yeah. Stop the
Get
delay.
it done. Whatever it is that you know you can give your all to, please just do it. Because life is good.
It's really good.
That might be the title of the pod, you know. That's how I
Life is
feel.
good.
But obviously, by your name, it's pretty self-explanatory what industry you're in. But kind of like let our listeners know what exactly you do, your background, and part of the reason why you're here with us today, so we can kind of dive into everything properly.
That's absolutely fine. I can do that. So for those who don't know who I am Andrea Dormer. She Talks Finance. I manage a team at the moment of 10.
Okay.
So we're growing rapidly. And what we do is mainly personal and business protection. So our aim is to reach out to as many people as possible to let them know what they should have in place in terms of protecting your income. Yeah. Life insurance, critical illness, business protection, health insurance, and so on. And the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because these are not things that I was brought up with. And I believe that, you know, the lack of knowledge, especially within our community,
Amongst the Negroes.
yes, the mindset,
Yeah.
you know, is just not there for insurance.
Right.
So for us, we look at it as a challenge as well, which is a good thing because I love a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
In making sure that we educate and they understand that, you know, it's a good thing. And it is. It is.
Yeah, I mean, insurance is like, obviously it's a commitment, isn't it? So
Definitely.
people always like, whether it's phone insurance, something as minuscule as that, some people are like, well, nothing's gonna happen to my phone
But what I
until
can
something
tell
happens.
more people have phone insurance than they have life insurance.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
100%.
But
But
people
I
value their
realise
phones
that.
more than
Bro,
their
do you know how
life.
Do you know
expensive
what-
Apple
no,
is?
no, no.
Wait, do you know how expensive Apple is?
Certain people are
Do you know
shaking in
what
the
it
room, you
is?
know.
Do you know how expensive Apple is?
100%.
Certain people are shaking in the room.
And they don't realise that you're responsible for yourself.
100%.
We are our biggest asset.
Yes.
Very true.
And that's what it comes down to. Why should it be the responsibility of
Somebody-
someone else to bury you? Why should people be using their savings to bury their
Or
parents?
cheeky
Why?
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe is a disrespect.
I don't like that
GoFundMe,
word. That's-
It's actually
it's a term
a
I don't like.
disrespect.
partners.
I don't have anything against partner. When we first came here, that was our way of
Yeah,
saving.
and
So I
that's
don't
how my
actually
granddad
have
got
listen,
a house
uh,
that sold for
Hey,
I don't have
listen,
any-
partners
just under
have
£1
helped
million
me
pounds,
like
so-
in the
100,
you know what
past.
I mean?
That I would never disrespect. That's just, it's a form of saving. It's peer-to-peer saving. So that I don't have a problem with. GoFundMe, people that have used it, sorry, don't care. I don't care.
Wait,
She doesn't
If
care.
they-
She's got-
wait,
get
hang
ready.
on.
No.
You're not ready.
Clink, clink.
No.
Clink, clink.
You're not ready for this one.
What I'm saying is,
She's upstaged it now.
if you had financial
For
foresight,
Nacho.
it's the gym. It's the gin.
financial foresight, it wouldn't have been necessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the only thing that upsets me. I'm joking. Yes, I understand that even with some insurances, there's still going to be a shortfall. So yeah, a little GoFundMe, I understand that. If it's straight for Auntie Sarah has passed away and didn't have insurance, all I'm going to do is
Oh, so
Shake my head.
would you at least share the link? Would you?
Yeah,
No.
but man,
No.
you can't look down on the dead, man.
I'm not looking down on the dead.
You're-
I'm just not going to pay for it.
You're
I'm not.
blind
I'm
eye.
not.
I'm not going to contribute.
Or would you,
Yeah,
but-
would you turn up to the funeral and eat rice? Is
No.
the question. Okay, cool. I just want to know if you're keeping the same energy or
The
not.
same energy
no.
all day. I don't go to
I'll eat.
funerals.
Because I've been to weddings, I've been to funerals, and them funerals are way more packed. Like people be there from early.
People are there to come and eat food and drink. So
And
make
that's
sure
what it
you
is.
and
sort out your own funeral.
scoop potential burn. I've seen some stuff. Still.
All right, so on a serious level,
If
yeah.
I scream,
Wait,
Sorry.
if I
so
scream,
wait, hang on. So on a serious
if I scream,
level,
who's going to funeral to look for women?
on a serious level, how you look at GoFundMe,
Yeah.
like both of you, I presume you look at it both negatively.
Do you know what? I think it really shows your
The lack of mindset.
It shows the lack of
good
mindset, but it just
But
lets
can't
people
you
in
look
your
at
business.
this can't you look at this on a case by case basis? Because
You
like you said,
can.
obviously because of what you do is to provide the education which
Definitely, but
Some
be
people don't have
open.
yet.
Be open to it. I have constant, what should we say, arguments with it's Caribbeans as well. For me personally, bury me in my backyard. Now you know
that's illegal.
You know
that's
one-
illegal.
Right, you say it's illegal, but
is.
okay, I didn't know that. For one, you just taught me something, but. It's the simple fact is you know your kids are not going to do that.
Yeah.
You know your family's not going to do that. So why are you leaving that burden? And I've been
Are
in
you
a
speaking to the elderly?
situation where
Anybody that's
Yeah.
got a dependent.
I think it's anyone. Like I pay for my mum and I pay for my dad's
Mm-hmm.
because I know the money that I'm stacking for my yard, I'm not using on you lot.
No.
Sorry,
I'm not taking 20K to come and bury you.
Yeah, if something was to happen now, the fact that I would have to use my money, that will burn me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be upset and there will be
20,000
resentment
a
as
funeral.
well. 20,000 is
What's
about
the
that.
ROI? What's
No,
what's the-
there's no
No,
ROI
I'm
on a
going to
funeral.
tell you, I've had
Listen.
a client that's passed away and the funeral was 20,000 and it
Easily.
was 22,000 is what her son spent on that funeral.
Was it
And
send
that's
off
still
good though?
conservative.
Huh?
Was it send off good?
It was very good because I did go because it was my
Of
client.
course,
It was her
okay,
client.
okay.
It was her
It
client.
was
Maybe-
mine,
maybe-
so I did
Maybach
go.
curse.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? But
even
the
close.
simple fact that I reached out to him as well, he had insurance.
Okay.
What
Do you
was the-
see?
what was
No,
the grave-
I cannot tell.
Was the
You
gravestone
you don't
marble?
have to say the name.
I can't. It's data protection, Kelly.
No, don't say the name, but you can say what the
You
person
can allude.
has.
Just say your friend, and it's he'd be fine.
22
say-
grand.
I
You
don't
better
know.
bury me in
I'm
a
not
tomb.
sure.
No, I'm sure the person's not. You don't know.
Bro,
the
22
name.
grand. You better bury me in Fendi.
Do you know
What talking
what?
about?
Oh my
You better bury me like
Put it
Tutankhamun.
this way,
Yeah.
they
You want to go in a
got
tomb? Do you
a
know
lot of
what?
money.
Get him out.
No, you know, it's even though you're joking,
Listen.
though, you know, it is. I understand where you're both coming from. So I think for what Vans is saying, yeah, being serious for a second, is that judge it on a case by case basis. But I think if I'm reading you correctly, is that you look at GoFundMe as like a constant reminder of like our failings in regards to preparation. So it's
Genuinely,
like
yeah. If I
there'll
take-
be one of so
in
like let's
regards
say
to preparation.
at the minute with what's happening with like activism and stuff, GoFundMe is beautiful. Like someone
That's
passed away.
different.
Cool, we're doing this for
Okay,
to
no,
support.
that's
Yeah,
different.
But
yeah,
GoFundMe
that's
for
different. So GoFundMe, he's
Oh yeah, no,
absolutely
case
right.
by case. For,
Case
for
by
community
case,
I
things,
just had
I
to back my
agree.
man. You get
Of
me?
course,
No, no,
for
I agree.
community things,
Community things 100%.
We
I
should do
agree.
that. In terms of just when I see it, honestly, if I take away the laughing, it dents my heart because I'm like,
Yeah.
especially when I see the ones where, GoFundMe for, God forbid, my little boy has got XYZ,
A rare disease, whatever. Yeah.
and the cover, basically, they don't have the cover. When I know that we have one specific thing that costs £4 a month,
Tell them
that
why.
you would never, ever, ever need to have a GoFundMe.
But
Crazy.
you wouldn't know about
Yeah,
it.
it's by a provider. I'm not going to name the provider because you need to come and see me. But
It's
Oh.
for you about that money.
Yeah.
Money.
We're going to say
cash.
too much.
we're going to say too much.
We're going to say too
enough.
much.
But there's a product out there whereby, God forbid, if myself or my son gets sick, if the treatment is not here in the UK, it's going to fly me to the country where the treatment is. It's going to pay for me and somebody to stay. It's then going to pay for the operation or whatever it is, the drugs upon return, and my return up to the value of £1 million.
And you have to remember as well to add
For £4
that.
a
You
month.
know,
For
with
£4 a month.
£4
Sign
a
me up. Now I
month.
don't even have kids. Sign me up now, bro.
you should have
It's keeping you
yourself.
alive.
Yeah.
It's keeping
100%.
you alive. And the fact that, the register for... Was it
Organ donors,
organ
all these
donor
things,
for
and it
us,
includes that.
you would basically get worldwide
Yeah.
register of that.
Yeah.
So it's serious.
So if there was a liver in Switzerland,
Yeah.
you would get
I'm
that liver.
going to Switzerland
I'm
to
getting
get my
my
liver.
liver.
I'm going to
We're gonna get
Switzerland to get my liver.
If you lot don't clink immediately, I'm gonna get mad. yeah. I just gonna have a good time just
dead.
spilling drinks everywhere.
I'm
Oh my god, on my blazer.
On a shiny suit blazer.
It's not a shiny
Why
suit.
did you
How
say
dare
shiny?
you?
Shiny.
Shiny suit, man.
Financial dons,
I think
innit?
you
Like,
gotta educate sometimes.
financial
you
dons,
know,
innit?
they're trying to take. I'm going to come in a blazer.
Sit back.
I was going to come in a tracksuit. I didn't say tracksuit.
No, you said blazer.
Andrew,
You
cool
said
down.
suit.
We like your blazers, fine.
No, I'm saying, are proper bullying us.
No.
No,
It's fine.
we're just
I'm glad we
we're just
didn't have
clowning
in
about.
the
We're
heels
just
and everything.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
If
Why
you
are we
came
doing
in
the
here-
heels?
Wait. Man, if she came in here
On a
with
school
heels,
night.
yeah.
Bro, school
I
night.
told you.
You were right.
I would have been like, "Where's the briefcase?"
We don't have
Oh, we don't have briefcase. We have bags.
Oh, with the LV thing, yeah. Oh shit! Something like
That's good.
I said.
We already told you life is good.
No, listen, I like this energy. So, I know if I'm right, you got about 10 plus years experience in the industry.
Yeah. But that's in accounts,
In accounts.
and bookkeeping in general and that finance. But now, personal and business.
You referenced
protection.
quite a few different covers, so let's kind of break down some of the let's say the top 3 or top 5 covers at the moment that are are important for our community or communities in general that we're not paying attention to.
For me, number 1 is protecting your
I
income.
knew you
Believe
were
it
there.
or not,
I knew.
before anything else, you should protect your income
Okay.
because it's good to have things whilst you're still here.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get into debt. Imagine you break your foot. I know people that fell down in heels and out of the game for a year.
That's true.
You might fell
Yeah,
down,
the girl
broke
tore
her
off her
whole
whole
leg,
tendon. Yeah.
tore everything, had to get a metal out of the game for a year, can't work on nothing. Now, this protection would pay you a percentage of your salary every month.
Okay.
Until you can return
Yeah,
to work.
that will help you sustain the same lifestyle as before. That is the most important thing. So believe it or not, it's actually not life insurance.
Yeah, not first.
Number 1 is protecting your income.
I always say
What's
to
that?
people like,
protection, PIC protection.
It's
Income
called
protection.
income protection. It's
IP.
called IP.
IP.
I always say to people like, if I gave you a little money machine in the corner and was like, that's
Yes,
gonna
I
print
love
money.
this. Yes.
It's gonna print money, but if it breaks, it's broken. And then I say to you, but do you know what? If you give me £20 a month for that machine, it will never break because I'll fix it. Would you not give me the £20?
I'll give you 20 naira still.
If
What's
I don't want,
Don't
him to
shoot
do it.
him.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Are you gonna? You got it.
I've got my gun.
Gun compartment.
I think. Do you know what? I think it's how you sell it to people because people
we
like
do.
just giving money to something that they don't know
No,
in
but-
full detail.
No, yeah,
But that's what we
it,
do.
it's
You know what I
the
mean?
education.
But remember, we give free consultations, so
Right.
no one's not obligated to anything. And I tell you now, we are not pushy. That is one thing that we pride ourselves on, that we're very chilled and very relaxed. I'm not ringing down anyone's phone because no one's not going to say Andrea was on my phone.
and a lot of people
Bringing
have
down
that
begging.
negative
That's
connotation.
me. I'm very a bit like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a good thing.
It's necessary. It's not
It's
even.
what the other races have.
It's how they've been.
It's how they've been.
Obviously, they
brought up.
have a start anyway, head start anyway. But it's how they've been able to keep themselves there.
Yeah.
If we only took even a quarter of how they behave with insurance and thinking generations ahead. Me personally, I'm lucky. My mum is financially astute and I've had insurance personally since I was 18. If we could just grasp a little bit of how they think. My mum always taught me we think 3 generations. Other communities, not naming them, think 5 generations.
100%.
So the amount of life insurance that I have, if I go by standards and I die at 75, that's the national death age, then my son would be 20 something, and he might not, 20 something, 50 something, he might not need the money. So then maybe if he followed me and had a child at 20 something, his child might need the money.
100%.
So
Yeah, I was about to say,
Oh,
your
so you
maths
get
is way off.
yeah, no,
I was like, for someone in finance, and maths is way off. I was like,
The maths wasn't mathing.
I corrected it.
I was like, wait.
What? So
I'd be like, you look
So
good.
your son's fully grown adult, independent, so
That's
he
what
might
I'm
not need
saying.
money. His son might need the money.
need the money.
And
Or
that person
depends
already got a head start.
Generational wealth.
it's generational
Cool,
wealth.
yeah.
So
That's
that's
what we've
already
done.
3 generations.
And
And
like
if I
you said,
die when I'm
I
old-
hear a lot of you know, you see those memes on Instagram a lot for like these self-made millionaires and billionaires, and you
Yeah.
find out that a lot of it is that they got an insurance payout from their dad of like
100%.
400 bags.
100%.
They'll tell you, I got it out the mud. That's
You
a
did
nice mud.
It's a lie.
What mud is that?
No, but I
Be
want some
real,
of that.
though.
When I was a
don't
kid,
understand why
remember
you
that
want
game,
it
Stuck in the
real,
Mud?
because I will say
I want to
it.
be stuck in
I'll
that
take
mud.
that
Stuck in the
mud.
mud.
Yeah.
I'll
Do you
take that
remember
one.
that game?
Yeah, big game.
That was
Like that.
good. Clink.
Clink, clink.
Tired of you.
So income protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, you explained.
And you.
the-
So what's the? I think you. I don't know if you spoke on it. What does it cover you up to the value of? So are they thresholds?
Yeah.
So
How does
all-
it work?
Yeah, so it all goes by your annual income.
Yeah.
So if
let's
you're
say-
self-employed, what you bring in, we can't really say because it's down to age as well.
Okay.
And
Lifestyle,
your occupation
Okay.
Yeah.
as well, and definitely if you've got any
Alcohol
you
intake,
know,
how much cigarettes you smoke. There's those
Not
things.
even illness.
illnesses,
previous illness.
but cigarettes are a big thing.
Yeah.
And so
Oh
know,
yeah,
like,
when I first
when you smoke,
when I
it's a
first
big
when I first went to get life insurance,
This is
I was on the phone to
Oh,
this
good.
Donny for like ages, asking me mad questions, and I'm like, brother, like just confirm, innit?
we have to ask questions.
Do you know
Mad
why? Because
questions.
that's the only reason why you don't get a payout.
Yeah. We're trying
Is
to
by
eliminate
not
that.
saying the
Yeah,
truth.
you lie, say I drink
and
once
not
a week, and
making
then
sure.
this guy had alcohol
Do
poisoning.
you
They
see
were,
what I'm saying?
I ain't paying you.
That one
Weed
is not it.
smokers. I've got loads of clients that
Yeah.
smoke weed, but we've got one provider
But we
that
disclose
says
it.
other than
Marijuana. They
marijuana.
don't
Okay.
class it as a drug.
So that's my straight away. Okay, I already know what to put you on.
Yeah.
But
Oh, so
that's-
you know where to put the needle.
Yeah, so we
Yes,
work
we
with
know.
whole of market. So we
Okay.
don't just work with one. We're not just gonna dash you one provider. We're
Yeah.
gonna really assess your needs and
Yeah.
tailor it. And everything with
I'm
us
gonna
is
holla at
tailored
y'all.
to affordability. Everything's tailored because that's what it comes down to. Can you pay that premium every month without side eyeing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's what we want.
I pay
Just pouring
way
your
over
drink.
a certain amount,
Yeah.
but I side eye mine. I,
I don't look at mine.
I side out mine.
Do you know why I look at it? Because
It's
I
a
can't
lot.
see it. With my car insurance, I don't side eye it because I know my car's there.
On the
Yeah.
road.
I can visually see it.
Yeah, but you look
My
in the mirror,
phone,
innit?
I
You
can
see your life.
visually.
God forbid something happens to you now.
You look in the
alright,
mirror.
you
What?
go
Like
for
this?
it.
You're gonna
It
go
wasn't
to
enough.
Let's get you
It
a
was-
shiny suit.
Yeah. Oh, shiny suit.
Impossible.
Double,
Picking in the bottle.
We're gonna give you a shiny suit because he just said he knew.
Anyway,
Double-
no, but people should
double-breasted
join our
only.
team though.
Yeah.
We're like a force to be reckoned with.
Oh no, we are. Have you seen us? We are a.
There's quite a lot of black women over there. I see that you.
Powerful,
We
it's
winning.
beautiful.
Yeah. I like that. Listen, I think.
Do you know what it is?
Go on.
It's not even just women. It's black successful people all together,
Yeah.
and people don't understand it. So even like the building that we was in previously
We're not all
before.
black.
No, we're not all black,
Majority
obviously,
black.
but
Why
we are
did
majority
you
a black
side eye
business.
when you said we're not
Because
all
we're
black?
not all black.
No, we're not
And
all.
there's a
Kelly,
team that I
stop
really love,
now.
and they're-
Kelly,
I
stop.
love them.
But we're not all. Let me finish what I'm saying. We're not all black, but the region that we're in, it is
Yeah.
majority black.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's,
okay.
let's,
Region.
it is a black
It's a black-owned
owned region.
region.
So
You know, and I think it's a good thing. And where we was working before, they were a bit racist to us. They weren't understanding how
Really?
these people are so happy here.
Yeah.
And we make money. They
Yeah.
don't understand that. They
They
can't
think
put that
cultural
together. How are we
differences.
in Canary
And we're
Wharf?
happy to-
How
we
we
look
renting
happy.
these offices for how many thousands
Oh,
of
they
pounds?
thought you
How
was
is
in a
that
hush puppy
possible?
thing. They was like, nah, these
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, hush. Well, don't say-
And
don't
free
say that
hush
name.
puppy.
Free hush puppy.
Free him.
free him.
Yeah, listen, it might not be good for the culture, but free hush puppy one time.
Wait,
man.
so the motivation for you guys, was it to kind of is it drenched in the fact that you want to educate the community? Because obviously, like you said, it's not what you've grown up knowing.
Yeah, so we're different in that she's always said she didn't grow up knowing.
I didn't.
And then I'm the other scale. I did grow up knowing.
Right.
So it's different, yeah.
So when I came into this and started to speak to people, because it's not something to speak about. I just assumed that my peers had it like I did.
Yeah.
To be fair, what I had wasn't good, because since I was qualified and read it over, we reviewed it, and then she reviewed it. She was like, "Oh no, this isn't good."
That's your fairy godmother over there.
100. This is my.
I asked her
The
to
yin
come
to your
on
yang,
board
yeah.
and she said no.
I said no at first.
At first, she said
I
no
was comfortable.
because she
I was
had a
comfortable.
really good job
Okay.
At a business.
and she had a business. She had a job, so she was good. And then she saw what I was doing. She watched me
and
for a bit.
I watched the company for I watched her
Preying
for 11
on
months.
preying on
And
the
it's my
low.
whole friends. I was watching.
Yeah.
I was
We've
like,
known
oh,
each
so
other from
this is
college.
what's happening, and saw the not just like the escalation of lifestyle, but the escalation of self. Like she, start shaking like that. She was she was coming into herself.
Yes,
And she was speaking more, and she was just
it was different.
different. You know, there was definitely
definitely a shift.
She shifted, and I was like,
You were
oh,
like, oh, that's my
this
friend.
gear, I
That's
like
my
the
friend.
gear, okay.
Yeah,
Let's-
she wears
and then I-
suits. She wears shiny
She
suits.
wears shiny suits now. I'm never gonna let that go.
Yeah, I'm not. Now we're going to tell people that they wear
That wear
shiny
shiny
suits
suits.
with double-breasted.
Definitely, because Rashid does. So we
You just
big
said
up
the man's
Rashid.
name.
okay. Big up Rashid.
Wow.
Big up
Hey, big up
Rashid.
you the Vince McMahon suit. You should never have told me that.
Fam. Rashid is somewhere minding his business, fam. He's catching bullets.
He's not minding his business.
Oh.
okay.
Oh. Is that why he's in a shiny suit?
No,
No, there ain't no edits on off the cuff.
No, Kelly, don't worry, we'll clean up for you. It's fine, it's fine.
Give me
No, he's lying.
Clean up on aisle 6.
Give me the drink.
Stop. It's
Give me
fine.
the drink.
I'm hot.
Clink, you'll be fine, man. She's fine. Clink, man.
I don't know
Clink,
if I want Gucci for that one.
clink. Shout out
I'll
Rashid,
clink you,
clink.
Gucci, my girl.
You know that.
Clink restores factory settings,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
So
that's
it's-
cool.
it's
We
calm.
don't
I
It's
like that.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
So what was I saying?
We were talking about
I
obviously.
personally put my drink down.
Good. I'm gonna.
I
put
feel
my
like you
down with it.
should. Is there a
No, there's not a lot left. It's fine.
You got space there. So you saw a change in Andrea.
Yes.
And
for
so
the
I
better.
decided, let's see.
Let's link up and-
Let's see. Let's see
do
what they're
this.
about. But she already convinced me. She's like, you'd be able to do this.
Smash it to pieces.
Yeah, that was never.
Because she turns up on Snapchat just in a headscarf with stories.
I like to tell
Because I feel like with this position that we're in, it's being creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise
different
it's
people do
stiff.
different things. You can keep ringing someone's phone and do cold calling.
Yeah.
Personally, that's not me.
That's my upbringing.
That's
with
your.
regards
Is that
to-
your understanding of insurance? That
Yeah, to a
people-
degree. I've
Yeah,
worked in call centers for a long time, so
Okay, I
I
you
know
understand
the
that.
cold hard nature.
Yeah, no, I'm more. This is my brand.
Okay.
This is what I'm building. I want to be the go-to for.
So you got to your face
say,
out, Instagram, social media, all that.
You're
all
gonna
those
know
tools.
who I am.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Definitely.
mean? That's just
Yeah, we see
how
you
my
with the
mind.
sharp eyebrows. I know
They're
you're on
very
brand.
sharp.
Yeah, you're
I'm
on
glad,
brand.
I'm
Always
glad that
perfect.
you noticed it. I'm glad.
Hey, look in the camera real
know
quick.
what?
Look in the camera real quick.
We focusing.
Yeah, you got to zoom in.
We focusing.
YouTube, baby.
You know what?
Subscribe
The
to that.
fact
That
You've
they
made
know.
my day.
She do you know
Their
what she
art,
calls
it's
it?
a work of
I
art.
tell you, it's a
No, but
work.
branding
it's
is
a work of
important
art.
though.
No.
Yeah, I see the gradient in between, like the, you
Oh,
know.
I faded it.
Yeah. I see the eyebrows of the skin fade.
It's called ombre brow, and she.
Ombre.
She's got that
Ombre.
on point.
Ombre.
Kelly, ombre brow. He said she faded it.
And I forced
Cheers
her.
him.
I
Cheers
forced
him.
her to do stuff
She
on
made
her
me
face.
make makeup today.
She hates it.
I hate
But I
it.
had to make
I
her
can
do
feel it on my
stuff.
face. I want to wipe it.
No,
But
you're
I'm
good,
just
man.
gonna sit here.
Branding.
I'm just gonna sit. It's not my brand.
I'm dead.
It's not my brand.
What's going
I
on?
can't believe this. I like this energy though. It's good.
It's not my brand.
But I think we need to have these conversations. Have people that look like us in the right spaces.
Yes.
Education is important. We've
It
spoken on
is.
like your income protection. I know Vans, you kind of spoke a little bit on like life insurance. What are
Yeah.
the other kind of covers and stuff out there like we should be paying attention to?
So, first of all, I just want to touch back, if I can, to life insurance.
Go on.
A lot of people are gonna have life insurance with their bank.
You don't believe that's a good move?
Right, I can tell. People are shaking. Their spirits are shaking. I'm
My
telling
body
you.
is shaking.
I'm Mr.
Because
Beyonce.
they got it with the bag. They thought the bag was legit. The bag's the real deal.
The bank is the
Because
real,
it's the bank.
do you know?
Yeah.
Like, okay. So there's little things that the bank are never going to tell you. The bank rob us all the time. So why you would trust your bank to give you insurance for your whole life is beyond me. On a serious level, they are not able to give certain types of cover that an advisor can. Not just me,
100%.
just an advisor in general.
Right.
So they're going to give you a life insurance where you'll think it's great. I've got I don't know, £500,000 to
Fantastic.
age 70. First of all, the national death age is 75. We're already short of where we're supposed to live.
That was a clink.
We're already short of the national death age.
I've been clinking.
Yeah. Then they're not going to give you a conversion. So what that means is let's even say they gave you a term till 80.
Yeah.
No one can guarantee that you're going to die before 80. So if you live to 80 and 1 hour into your 81st year, there is no money. All of the money you've been paying from 24 to 80, it's gone. You might as well have gone to the strip club and...
Bruv, the house always wins, bruv.
The house always wins if you don't know what you're
The
doing.
haunting that
If
man
you don't
will
know what
haunt.
you're doing, and it says
He said
The haunting.
He's coming to haunt people.
yeah,
The haunting,
haunt
yeah.
them,
But that's
wouldn't
what
it?
From
happened.
the
But it
CEO
says-
all the way
It
down to
say-
the
It says
to the
you should
cleaner
get
of that
an
bank.
advisor
You
to
should
read.
get an advisor.
You should get,
But
because
you
they're
know,
not
most people-
qualified to do it.
I always update. I don't read nothing. Most people don't read terms and
course.
conditions.
Exactly.
Your
So
advisor's there.
we're the small print.
We are the small print.
We are the small print.
And there's an interaction with us. It's not online click. And
Yeah,
then
because I've got like loads of clients that are like my
they're
friends
now my
now.
friends and they don't stop
Like
calling
they
me.
will, yeah.
Stop calling me.
Or just
So-
general.
I like
you
her.
meet loads. Yeah, she doesn't like people.
calling
That's
me.
why.
You're in the wrong
It's
industry.
weird. That's what I don't understand. She always
You're not
says,
selling
I
this,
don't like
Andrea.
people.
Nah, do you know what?
She doesn't like
Have a
people.
word.
Poker face, innit? Poker face,
Yeah.
innit?
No, she doesn't like people, but then she will say, "Oh no, I really liked that one."
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to.
Yeah, but you're not brethren with everyone that you have a working relationship with.
No.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can
Like,
be cool, jump in,
listen,
you can be
yeah,
cool,
I ain't
of
going
course.
back to work until next year. I'm glad.
Wow.
I want to see new people.
Do you know?
You can say you niggas.
Yeah, I was-
I heard it. He was coming out of his soul. He was coming out. He was
people.
coming
I
out.
was like, I don't want to see people.
No, I do.
So you-
I love my work colleague.
She does
She's
love
one
me.
of them.
She likes people.
I do. I like people. I think it's good.
It's good.
People are nice.
Yeah, you're giving me good vibes. So you say you're the small print. So
Yeah, we are the small print, aren't we, Kelly?
No, definitely. And the bank are not going to give you certain types of cover like family income benefit. So that's kind of life. Definitely
Don't say
trust.
too much. Though, because
No, of
they
course
should
not.
all have a consultation with us.
100%.
Definitely.
Second of all, critical illness cover. So she's done income protection,
Yeah.
life insurance. Critical illness cover is if you get a listed illness, and the list is
Mad.
like
Vast.
152 illnesses, of
Right.
which I don't know them all because there's illnesses that I don't even know.
the cancers,
Yeah.
etc.
But the
Genuinely.
main one,
Yeah.
right, come on. We
Top
know
five.
the high
Cancer.
rate
Let's-
of
yeah, what's the
cancer
top
at
five?
the moment.
Loss of limb, loss of sight, loss of hearing, type
Strokes,
1 diabetes, stroke,
heart attacks,
any limb, any organ
Alzheimer's.
failure,
All the
Alzheimer's.
things that tend to happen to you as you get older. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
The coming
Yeah.
of age, yeah.
Yeah, we don't just die in our sleep. We very rarely.
Very rarely. that
Yeah.
happens to
So
us.
what's gonna happen? How are you gonna cope during that
It's a little way
time?
to
What are
go,
you
though.
gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Who's gonna wipe your ass?
it's
That's
true.
what it comes down to. You might need to go to a care home. How are you
Who's
gonna pay for that?
Yeah.
That policy is gonna pay
traditionally
for
or
that.
historically, do black people send their parents to like?
No, I don't
No,
talk
No,
about
they
they
look
don't.
after them and they really suffer.
They
But
look
they
after
do
them.
that.
They do suffer.
Yeah.
And they're poor or they can't go to work and they
Yeah.
stop their life and everything like that.
And it
No,
creates
I'll leave my mum
resentment.
at home, my mum or my dad, and I'll get someone in.
Yeah,
I'll
but
pay them.
I always make people think of the worst case is something.
My mum's gonna cry.
Be nice. The worst case is you've got an illness and something. It's genuinely life changing, so it's
Right.
debilitating. If you've got, I always talk about my personal business. I've got £100,000 critical illness cover. If I get sick, pay me my 100k.
But I wanna get the next
Getting
one.
to do the little. So, sorry, I've got 100k critical because if I get sick, I'm not going back to work. Why are you asking this?
Let her land. Let her land. Let her land. Yeah, let her
Sorry.
land.
So, if I get sick and I get my 100k, if something really bad has happened to me, I've now got £100,000. If I need to alter my house,
Yeah.
if I need to change stairs,
You need
Yes.
you need
Yeah.
a lift, whatever.
if I need to
Hundred
lift,
stair
percent.
lift.
Your
if I
lifestyle's
need-
changed
yeah.
completely.
Or
yeah.
even those chairs. What's those mobility?
mobility scooter. If I
Scooter.
need to
They
change
rode
my
around-
car,
Screw in the
If
You
I
see
need
them Doris and them man.
do.
on the supermarket.
But do you know how much one of
they're
them cost?
expensive,
No,
that's
no.
£7,000.
Yeah.
Good one, £7,000.
Yeah.
If I need to
Most
drop
They
my
need to
people
pay
can't
road
afford
tax.
it.
they should pay.
And disability
So these things-
allowance. So
these
those
things
government
cost.
not paying for it.
Yeah.
Right, these things cost. If I need a carer, and then I always go, I say best case scenario, take it with a pinch of salt. I know a lady had breast cancer. She was a hairdresser, so not a massive income. She had £50,000 critical illness cover. They found it early stage 2. 2 weeks after finding out, they removed it. Small lump. 10 days after diagnosis, she's got 50k in her account.
Right.
Remember, you can survive a critical illness
Yeah.
as well. My
2
dad
weeks
And
survived.
now
After-
she's back in the game.
You're back.
50k.
After-
Oh, a
You're
deposit.
back.
A deposit.
50k more.
What are you saying, bust
You're gonna
down?
make it more again.
Exactly.
No, but
What,
it's true,
bust
you
down,
don't
bro?
know that, and that's the most
100%.
important thing. Majority of people do survive critical illness.
Yeah.
My
They do.
dad survived
Nowadays
the
we do.
critical
That's
illness.
good to- no, it's
If
good
he
to- it's
had
good to
this
discourage.
policy in place, you would have been up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And for me,
Yeah.
So basically, turn the pain into profit.
100%.
100%.
Do you know what it
Goodness
is? We're getting
can come from
getting
bad.
sick anyway,
Yeah.
and people die anyway. So my thing is, people are probably sick of hearing it. Why do you have to be upset and poor?
ooh,
I don't need to be upset and poor.
upset
I can
and
just
poor.
be upset.
Why do
but
you need
rich.
to be upset and
And
poor,
poor.
but be upset and rich? That one. That was a mood, Kelly.
Clink, clink.
That was a mood. I'm gonna go there. That was a mood.
You guys
That was
know,
a
you
big
don't have to clink for 5 minutes. I'm getting annoyed.
They're hating on our clip.
You can't clink with these
It's because
plastic
they got
cups.
plastic.
Yeah, it's weak.
Something like it's all right. I mean, I'll just edit out your good stuff, you know.
Oh,
If I
Kidding,
watch
kidding,
this
kidding,
thing
kidding.
and it's empty, can you imagine? Bare silence.
No. I like where we're going with this. So, critical illness cover is.
You get paid.
I didn't know much about this, so this is good. You're educating me in regards to this. And like you said, a lot of us don't die in our sleep. So
Yeah.
all the things you named, there's things that I do, and I've got people that. Now my mum traditionally she worked about 10, 15 years. She worked in an Animos care home, so
Okay,
she
yeah.
worked with those types of people that are
Right.
you got Alzheimer's. You're coming to
Yeah.
the end of your life,
coming
innit?
to the
Yeah.
end.
and the amount of money those families are spending because
Yeah.
obviously I don't know everyone's situation, but I
it's
know it
not
was
a joke.
expensive, innit?
It is expensive.
Like if you want to make bread and you like, I know a lot of people that have worked in nursing, like flip their money and they go and get a care home. It's very profitable.
Oh yeah.
Because no matter what, you'll find, you know, it is, and that industry they know, you'll
You know,
find
it's
the
a very
money.
good industry. You
You'll
know?
find the
Super
money.
It's a my friend wants to start that. She's a nurse.
Yeah, you will find
She
the money.
wants to
because
start
they
a
know
care
how
home.
much it
Yeah,
costs.
you find the money.
Yeah,
and
it's really
the
good.
lifestyle we live in the UK, like we stated, a lot of us don't have the space, don't have the time. Like if you're
It's
working
true.
9 to 5, really and truth, you're working 6 till like 7. Whatever time you wake up and when you get home, those are your working hours.
Yeah.
What time do you have to look after an elderly
can't.
relative who's
You're
not
not
well?
gonna have time.
And if you give that up, then your
You're
household's
gonna feel
gonna
resentment
suffer
as well.
You're gonna feel resentment. Your children probably not gonna have. You're gonna have to downgrade your own lifestyle. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I think it's our responsibility to look after our elders, look after our parents, our grandparents. But
But I
in
think
this
it's their
country,
responsibility to have the right
to take
the
care
right
of themselves,
policies
to
in
put things in
place.
place. All it is. All I want us to understand is that not everything is today and now. Like there is something. Yes, okay, we can't live because tomorrow is not promised. But because tomorrow isn't promised, can you plan for that, please? That's all I want. That's all I want us to do. Just a little bit. Think. What about my child? What about?
No, but what was the person that said that they can go into?
If
What was that
I-
we heard the other day?
So we
Was
had
it last Monday? We
Last
heard
Monday,
that.
we had a new starter, and she was speaking to her sister,
So sad.
and she was saying to the sister, you know, like, obviously you've got the children. What about life insurance? And her genuine answer was, well, they can go to the dad. Okay, well, what if the dad doesn't have money because he doesn't? Then it was, well, then they can go into care.
Wow.
Oh wow!
No, she said,
She woke up there.
Genuinely?
No, seriously, it was so. But those are the things that we often hear.
you think that's
People don't
uncommon?
care. No one could come and tell me about
That's not
protecting
uncommon.
my kids, and I wouldn't do it.
That's
No
not
one.
uncommon. Scratch your
There's
head,
no
babes.
money that wouldn't.
It's not uncommon. People say
Crazy.
things and they mean it. They're
Yeah,
not
no,
willing
we
to
heard
pay the
that,
£30.
and we was all like, "Whoa!" And she
Whoa.
was actually like getting into an argument because
Oh,
you
she's
can
been
get
dead.
quite. You can get like times.
You
I've
can
had
get
to
amped up.
stop myself
when
and
it's
just
only
think,
when
"Do
it's
you know
family,
what?
not with a stranger. When
I've
it's with
reached
a
out to
family.
you. I've said what I needed to say. Goodbye. I've done my part. Do you know what I mean? But at some point in their life, they're gonna remember you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And they're gonna remember what you tried to
What you
educate,
offered.
what you offered, what you tried to educate.
Because when people have a consultation and then they don't take it, they will pop up and the guy was like, oh, yesterday I nearly got run down. Let me get that cover again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
And you know what? We had someone, I know not this storytelling, I'm doing best storytelling, but
But
some
it's the
woman
truth.
that refused it. I think one of the
Oh, God.
girls in our team, she went all the way to like Peterborough. Because
Yeah.
before COVID, we had to see our clients face to face and give
Okay.
that like personal touch
course,
and everything
yeah.
like that, which was nice.
I prefer it.
Yeah, I do as well than the telephone because you
Yeah.
don't really get to see who you're talking
Yeah,
to.
it's not the same connection.
But again, we're still doing something good. So she went to Peterborough and she refused. The person said, "Nah, I don't want it," and then tried to call her back. So December she went, and then January she was diagnosed with cancer. And asked her, was she able to
get the same cover.
get the same cover or something?
Obviously
And
you
it was like, "Nah, you can't do it because it's too late." That's only one of the stories that I've
Yeah.
heard, like major in that sense. I was like, "What?"
So at this point, we should say, if you're young, fit and healthy, run and get your insurance.
Because
Is
everything
that the first thing? Go and get life insurance. You said
it's
that.
cheap when you're young.
It's so cheap.
It's so cheap. Like the
Honestly.
premium that you're paying is so ridiculous. Like, why would you wait till you're in your 40s?
What's like the national average in the moment?
Okay, if I go really, you can't quote it because obviously it's dependent on the person. But
Of course.
if you're 20, young, fit and healthy, and a non-smoker, you could get 30,000 whole of life cover for about £9-10
Okay.
a month.
And you know what? Whole of life is a guaranteed payout.
It's
Because
never
the
gonna
other
change.
life insurance, which majority of people say, I've got life insurance, but believe you and me, it runs out.
It runs out.
Right.
Whole
Your
of life
one
is very
doesn't have-
expensive
Yeah.
because it's a
The
guaranteed
older
payout.
you
That
get.
insurer knows they are going to pay out.
Yeah.
If you pay your
Okay.
premium, it's going to pay out, but it's more expensive. But that's what we use to cover funerals because it's a guaranteed payout.
Right.
And
You can't
inheritance
use a
tax.
term and inheritance tax as well. You can't use a term and say, it's going to run out. That's for my funeral. No, it's going to run out. It's not for your funeral.
Right.
Can't
We
say
hope-
that.
Are you hoping you die before the term ends, or?
Yeah, no, it's
It's
that
a
deep, but I
gamble.
don't want to die. so
I don't want to
so-
This is a
die.
morbid conversation, but it needs to be had though.
Do you know what it is? We say it's morbid, but if
It
we
is.
don't have them,
Yeah.
Talking about this all day.
we suffer
Yeah.
because I said
Well,
it.
your loved ones suffer if you're not here.
Your loved ones suffer,
Yeah.
and I do not
No,
want
no,
anyone
no.
to side eye me at my funeral. I don't want no one to be like,
Right, the rice was
"Bruh,
dead, you know. They
the
didn't have
rice
enough
was
money.
dry. There was no alcohol at Kelly's funeral. We know she likes to drink,
Andrea
basmati
had
is
loads
hard.
of nice bags and shoes.
but she didn't have her funeral
She
sorted.
had
Like,
bags.
And then you know how people, they'll
Shoes
talk
and
about you bad
They
at
would
your funeral
talk
and
like
that.
that. Are you mad? They'll quickly whisper, do you remember that bag she had?
Can you
And she
can you
knows
get
that
to
I was
the
on
rice?
funeral.
Do you know the people? That's how people chat. That's just what they do. It's just people, isn't it?
And then the last one, which hardly anyone talks about, is private medical insurance.
I
this
love
is my
private
biggest
medical.
thing.
I really love it.
If you are still relying on the NHS, you are
Stop.
braver than me.
Stop now.
Yeah.
You are braver than
It's gonna
me.
go private or private. soon.
Everything's going to go private
Everything's
soon.
gonna go private.
So
Conservatives have a
Come
plan.
on.
We've
And then when it goes
we
private, it's
discussed
gonna
that
be
for a little while.
expensive,
yeah.
I believe they're trying to run it into the ground so that it's
100%.
not fit for purpose, and then the public
Yes.
have a distrust with NHS. So it's
I
easier
agree.
to sell us
Private
privatization.
medical.
100%.
But they're going to then,
Put the
obviously
price
because the price will definitely go up.
100%.
Let them
And
just-
I think they will take control of how the private medical is governed. Because they're not going to have every little
Of course,
person
yeah.
able to make money. So then it will become like more of a, I don't know, like a centralized thing, however America kind of does it.
There'll be firms, there'll be
It will be
someone's
big
brother's cousin
corporation.
from the cabinet who already has a company that's been running for 10 years. They're
All of a sudden-
preparing,
Yes,
and they'll get a
preparing.
contract.
It's going to be
100%
overnight, but
preparing.
we know it's not overnight.
they've been
It would have
preparing,
been
yeah.
in the pipeline. So before it gets to that, come and get your private medical insurance.
Get your
Yeah.
private medical.
Um,
Not even that. It covers like dental, which is so expensive. I think if
I
you
know
don't know,
some people are paying
it's so
root canal
expensive. You might as well have
£425.
that anyway. You get physio. There's so much other additional
Yeah.
benefits
Can you
that
give
you
us some
get.
averages for
Your
like dental
children.
health, dental cover?
It is expensive. Okay.
I'll tell you my personal one because I'm one of those people who don't care. My personal private medical doesn't include dental purely because my friend owns a dentist. So
So you want to support that
I wanna
business,
support
but it's
that
a black
business.
business
Okay.
as well.
So
Big up.
Dove Dental Surgery.
Dove dental.
Dove, yeah.
Dove
Black
Dental.
owned.
Black
Okay.
owned.
Where they're based?
They are in Earlsfield, which is in southwest London. They're a
Okay.
few minutes from the station. The head dentist there is Kevin Dapper, and the owner is K Dove.
Dope.
And they've got a third partner, and it's really bad. I don't remember his name. Sorry, uncle. But yeah,
It's amazing. What they've done is
outstanding.
amazing.
They
yeah.
do dentistry and they do non-invasive surgery and fillers and all that type of stuff.
So you don't have that
So I
part. But
don't
how
have
much are you paying,
dental.
Kelly?
So I pay £74, but that is full outpatient. So anytime I get sick and I go to my doctor and they say, I don't know, you've got an ear, something wrong
You
with
can
your
go
ear,
straight-
I
straight
take my
private.
referral and I go straight private hospital.
Dope.
I've got the dental, so mine's much more.
And you've got 2 kids to cover, and I've
I've
one
got
child
2
to
calves, so
cover.
mine's 140. But I can't be in this business
And not have that.
be fully protected.
No,
it doesn't make
Because you wouldn't be
sense.
saying,
How
if
am I
I
going
pull
to
up and you
talk?
ain't got no cover,
Yeah,
I'll be like,
are you mad?
I'll be like,
You're going to know that.
I'll be like, practice what you
I mean, we're
preach,
cheap,
G.
but I'll be like, hello.
He's very
you out here
shoot us,
preaching
but
now.
please
Yeah.
know that my kids will be very up.
Oh,
love
I
that.
don't
gosh.
play. They'll be very.
Yeah.
They will not have to go through what I've gone through
Yeah.
in terms of, the suffering in that sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Because that's what
good,
it comes
man.
down to, and this is why I think who I reach out more to is mothers,
Yeah.
because I think it's just something you should have.
But
But
you're saying the
people's
fathers them aren't-
mindset.
The fathers
huh?
them
No,
aren't
she's
patterned up.
not-
And
Mum's
fathers, but
families.
I'm more families in that sense.
Yeah, and that's
but
not me. I go business.
fathers, I have got a few fathers and they're brilliant, and I rate them because I don't expect it. I'm being
Okay.
real. I
Yeah.
don't expect it. And when they're like, yeah, are you mad? Like, And I'm like, okay, because I'm even a free
It
road.
is a big difference.
Not legit guys in that sense that want to do that as well. And I
They're
think
coming into their consciousness, you know, they're getting there.
yeah, but you know what? They're my best. They're my best.
Do you know what?
They're my
What
best
I will say,
payers.
the
They
people-
don't. Their direct debits don't bounce.
Can you see it? With the road guys, the liquid.
Liquid.
It's
They
just there, bro.
don't bounce.
They-
They pay 1 year in advance.
Yeah, but those pay. The people that have
Hey,
jobs
she's
seem to
really
be
shook
so-
now. She's just there like, aha.
Come over to death row.
I love it though,
over.
because the street gets a bad rep. You see that? The
No,
road man, they got the
I
money.
rate. Honestly,
They pay their direct debits. Or they pay a
they
year in
care.
advance.
Them man know.
But
Listen,
what
I
I
ain't got good
noticed
credit,
with
but I'll pay up
them
front.
is straight whole of lives.
Whole of lives because
They want
know
that
it's an
guarantee because it's an
understanding
You
investment
said
as well.
dividends, isn't it?
It's an
dividends?
investment, huh?
system. Who said dividends?
I thought you said dividends.
No, I didn't say. I didn't say that word at all.
What did you say?
I think a whole life,
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
right.
she speaks a
Yeah.
bit funny sometimes.
really quickly as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you know what you should just say to them? You're not talking fast, they're listening slow. That's my line. You'll be fine.
ooh.
I agree.
Come on.
Speed
I
up.
feel like you do
Speed
it
up
quite
your
similar.
Is that what you're doing, yeah?
Naughty.
Speed
The
up
way
your
the
ears.
normals.
Speed up your ears.
I like this nice little back and forth. So I feel like we've covered most of the most important ones.
That's what it is,
Yeah.
but everything is tailored to individual needs.
But you do
And-
offer free consultation. You said.
Of course, it's
so you can at
free.
least come and have a chat. Come and have a
A
coffee.
chat, it doesn't mean
Have a
anything.
talk.
By the time
Yeah.
we finish talking to you, though,
You're gonna
sense
take
would
it.
have definitely gone into your head.
So do you think that a lot of the people that come to you, is it because it's after a tragedy, like someone's passed or like they've suffered a loss? That's when they start to wisen up and open up, rather than like people are just living, and then they're like, what about the future?
It's I've both.
I don't know. It's a bit of both.
So
though.
because we do like free webinars and sometimes jump on a live on Instagram, there is people that hear what's being spoken about
And then
think,
realise.
actually
It
that is something I
clicks.
need to look at. But then I do have the ones where literally on the back of my
My dad
brother,
died.
that girl, her brother had an horrendous bike accident,
Right.
and is now effectively
I remember that one.
yeah, he's not that's not the word, he's paraplegic now.
Okay.
So obviously can no longer work, and so that's no income for the wife and the child.
Mm-hmm.
And her brain kicked. She was about to get married and said that could happen to anyone, not a bike accident,
Yeah.
but an accident that
Yeah.
could change the course
No, but
of
one
your
of my
life.
clients' brother had a bike accident as well.
So that
It's
both
the same thing.
So people are learning from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, look, now I can say us lot are turning, we are switching on.
Yeah.
There is a switch.
But I
where
think
it's
you've got to
like-
do it in a creative way.
Definitely.
I
You-
don't think some people don't like you to just be at them.
Yeah.
There's different people. I feel like the aunties and uncles like that aggressive, because we've got some guys in our team that are quite aggressive with it.
Do
and
they
it
come from
works.
like a proper sales background? Those guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
and they are like, uncle, you are going to take
You're
this
taking
today.
this.
Yeah.
You're taking it
You're
now.
going
This is
to
what you're
take-" And
having.
they slam their hand on the table like,
Yeah.
it's literally, and they were like, yes.
Yes. Okay.
No, honestly, that. But
Yeah.
I think with us, we're quite, I would say modern.
Yeah, we are. I like to say I'm not a salesperson. I'm an advisor.
I'm definitely
So
an advisor. I'm not a salesperson. I've
advising
never done
you
sales in my
on-
life.
No.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah,
I
I've done
have.
so well at this.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
why
it's
it's
not
so
sales.
I'm like, how did that work? But it's just because we're given the right information.
Yeah.
I
And
think
once
that's really
you hear
important.
It, it's hard to think that it's not important.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like once you've heard what could happen, once you've heard, because a lot of people, income protection, people don't know. It's literally if you're signed off by the doctor. So if the doctor says you've got tonsillitis or backache or stress, because you know loads of people are signed off for stress, you will get paid that money. So we're not taught that by the people up there, because they can't have us all knowing that as soon as you're sick, you can still get paid.
But how does that affect? Let's do scenario like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
premium after. So let's say, argument's
doesn't
sake.
affect your premium
So
after.
let's say I get signed off for stress for 6 months.
Yeah.
But now on record with my insurer, whoever's covering me, they know
Yeah.
that
Your
I'm
policy
someone prone to stress.
your policy stays in place. So
Because we do level covers. We don't do anything that goes up.
Yeah.
We don't like to do increasing.
Okay.
You can have that where it increases in line with inflation.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like people don't like to see things go up and they will cancel.
Yeah, I don't want to see
Right.
That's
things
just
go
me,
up
because that's
every
my
year.
mindset. Oh, that's going up. Why is that premium going up?
Yeah.
I want to know that that's the amount that I pay every single month, and it's in
Until
my head, and
retirement.
and that's where it is. So yeah, no, it stays the same. There's nothing like that in that sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's dope.
And the thing is, I feel like we're not 0800 numbers.
Yeah.
So I feel like we respect people in that sense, because if something was to happen, if there was a problem, you would come directly back to us.
Right.
You have our mobile number. Do you know what I mean? It's
So there's
that
some
deep.
sort of like code of ethics there.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
you've got to
Oh.
deal with people how you would want your mum or your nan to be dealt with. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same. So customer service is definitely you know, and people can WhatsApp us, they can text us. Do you know what I mean? So it's a little bit, it's very personal. It's very, very personal.
It is. And my worst nightmare is that somebody will pass away and their whole child will contact me and say, you said that my mom had XYZ and it wasn't like that.
Oh, God forbid.
The shame. So
you know, in the community, we'll be forwarding you in a WhatsApp group.
You know,
Kelly,
but when it
Kelly lied.
when for getting life insurance, when it was to get the cover,
no one was forwarding.
But to tell the bad news, they were forwarding.
Come on,
But that's just how it goes.
Community.
That's just how it goes.
Your name will be finished.
Yeah.
Kelly Upstaged did finished.
It's mad. So I wanted to kind of talk about within your industry, who are the regulators? Who keeps everybody in check? And how do you get yourself regulated and accredited and
so we are regulated by the FCA, which stands for the Financial Conduct Authority. So that is the same person that regulates the banks.
Let it be known. Just let it be known. We're the same as the banks.
So we are under the same exact stringent laws. In fact, ours goes a step further because we are self-employed. Let's say the bank does something you don't like, you could sue the bank. You would sue us. So it would be our own personal funds.
so I can come and collect them bags and them shoes?
No, you can't. You're not collect my bag,
no,
and you're
we're
not
not going to do
collect
anything
my
wrong.
shoes.
But
Because we're very good.
We're very good. But you could, you would sue us personally, and it would be a personal fine, and also there is imprisonment depending on what you're doing. There's imprisonment. No, she's scared.
Free hush puppy.
No, I'm not scared because I'm fine.
Free hush puppy.
Can she?
Yeah, go on, you toilet. We can still talk. You know the toilet. Yeah, you're cool. You're good. Go on.
Oh, but you're leaving me out.
No, we won't go too far. You'll be fine. No, you'll be fine. So we can sue you. Come and collect the earrings, everything. I want it all.
Why my earrings?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's who we're regulated by, and that's why we're under basically an umbrella called Unisure.
Okay.
That's how you get accredited. You have to go on training. You then sit what they call an open book exam, and then you wait for your results. And then you have to go further training, and every year we have to do CPD, which is continuous personal development. So that's the basis. And then people worry, with the bank, if they go bust, who pays?
Yeah.
So our companies that we use as providers, so like Roll London, Zurich, Aviva, they are backed by the FSCS, and that is basically they insure the insurers. So God forbid if tomorrow Aviva popped down, which is one of the oldest companies, it wouldn't. But if it popped down tomorrow, the FSCS has to pay the insurance that you have in place.
So the cover's got cover.
The cover's got cover.
That's dope.
That's how far it goes.
No, that's important, man. I'm definitely going to look at because at a minute I'm shy.
You're just out
Do you
here
know
with
what?
no cover?
But I don't think that you should have any shame in just being out here without.
No, but
having
I'm not going
education.
to I feel like at this point we've got a nice community of our podcast, our listeners. We have our jokes. We talk about topical stuff, culture, all that music, popular culture. But we be honest, innit? And it's something I'm genuinely looking into, and that's why I was so
Happy to have
open and happy to have you guys on, because I want to learn more. I want to know more.
Yeah,
I know nothing really.
Yeah.
But barring obviously a bit of
majority.
research before you guys come on, and just out of respect, so we know who we're sitting down with. But I want to look into it because I've had conversation with him. He's got that. But be honest, is it because you have a child in it?
Yeah, pretty much. And I was just about to go off what you were saying. Is there's a lot of people just like me that decided on a whim to get life insurance because they realized the importance of it.
Yep.
But if I'm keeping it a buck, I didn't fully read into it as I would. I'm not going to read 30 pages. Yeah, man. Listen, I called up my bank one day and I was just like,
I need that.
I need that.
And they were happy to give it to you.
And they were like, yeah, cool, just going to direct you over to this person. And this guy was asking me so many questions. I was on the phone to them for 25 minutes.
So do you actually know what you have? Obviously, I'm not asking you to air out your business, but do you personally know what you have?
I know the payout.
You do know the payout, okay.
I know the payout.
And you know the term?
Is it with the bank?
It's with the bank.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Barclays.
Yeah.
Is it
Barclays?
Barclays?
Yeah, so
Change
I bank with Barclays, isn't it?
Okay,
so
cool.
it's just...
So it's going to have a term, it's going to end, but it's
end.
good because you thought, okay, I have a dependent, I'm going to go and do that. So it's still responsible.
It was more of an emergency thing. I was just like, all right, cool, I need to get myself in order without doing the proper homework. I was just like, all right, cool, this is a service that
they provide, and
that
it
they
should
provide,
be fine.
and
because it's the bank,
it's
you
bank.
felt secure.
Okay, so
God
you was
forbid,
on it, but not being maybe a little bit not maybe a little bit lazy with it,
No, but
like, to
why
go and get the
not?
information. So they kind of tend to
See,
so they
for
make it
him,
easy for you.
it's some family income benefit.
Yeah, it was
Which the
just,
bank
it was just,
don't-
Yeah, it was just more of like
Or conversion, which they don't.
as my bank, it was the
It's
most.
there, innit?
It was.
But
It
it
was.
makes
It was.
sense.
It was
I
the
get
most
why
trusted
people have
source
Which is
that I
probably
had.
why, like you're saying, that
I
a
get
lot of people
why
do it
people
because
have it
like
with the
I've
bank.
already got my money with you, so why wouldn't
Why
I?
wouldn't
Yeah.
I?
But
Yeah.
naturally, before doing this, I would 100% trust the bank.
Yeah.
Like 100.
Yeah.
Your money goes there.
It was.
your
It was
pay
my
there.
most trusted source.
Exactly.
So it
I
was
went
just like,
online
right,
for
cool.
mine. Like, I went on moneysupermarket.com.
That's
Before
also
someone came and
dangerous.
done my policy, because that's how I got the job,
Mm-hmm.
is my best friend's brother came and done my policy. And the way he broke it down to me, I didn't even know critical illness existed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that policy even existed. And the way he broke it down to me, and the thing is, I didn't even know I had insurance then. I thought I had nothing, but I was paying this little £5
With the
Through the
bank.
bank.
it was
of
like through, yeah, and I just didn't even understand it. But again, do you know what I mean? It's just being taught.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
So-
you won't know, and it's not your fault. And this
Nah,
is the thing
like,
what we
do
try
you
and
know what?
explain
I'm
to
not, I'm
people.
not
think it's
blaming
fault.
myself. It's obviously
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
great having you guys here.
That you went and
Shows
done that
diligence.
levels.
Yeah, it shows
Just because you
diligence.
did that. Many people don't. A lot of people that I'm covering never have had it, never understood it,
4 or 5
or never
children,
never
nothing.
even thought of it.
I can,
Like, it's that
I can
deep.
even give you a play-by-play on that day when I decided this is what I'm gonna do. It was like I was leaving work and I was like, yeah, I've got to get out of this building, but I had in mind that I needed to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So on my bus journey home, I called them and everything was done on that bus.
Wow.
But why did you have in mind? What happened? Where was the sudden change of mind, like the click?
I don't know. I think it was like it was looming over my head for quite some time.
Wow, that's what we
So
learn a lot as
After
well.
you had your little one, or
Yeah, after I had my little one and
its responsibility comes in,
I
it
love
creeps in, and you
that.
think, oh,
But it doesn't come into everybody's
no,
head.
definitely.
Kelly.
Oh, it does.
doesn't,
They ignore
it
It
it.
doesn't come
It-
into everybody's head. So this is like very rare.
Yeah,
Like
that-
I said, when I came and done your policy, it was very rare that you
That I
had
have
something
everything.
in place that I had to review. We very rarely do reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's more
unless they're older,
and
own houses and stuff.
own houses and not black people.
It's sad.
Let's be real.
A lot of people. So
Let's
if we
be
touch
real.
on life insurance that just covers mortgages, some people are out here with a whole mortgage, not knowing. What you need to know is that if you have a debt, so even a car loan, car payment, if you close your eyes tomorrow and don't wake up, the debt does not disappear. It goes to your next of kin. If you're not married,
Yeah.
the next of kin are your parents.
Yeah.
Because I've got a client paying her dad's debt that I just done a policy for the other day. She's literally paying off her dad's
Debts
debt.
don't die.
How much?
Little debts die.
Can you say?
It's 40. What did you say? 43,000.
Yay.
Free hush puppy,
43,000.
man.
I had a
Bro, because Hush Puppy would have cleared it, bro. He would have cleared
it.
Hush Puppy would have cleared
and
it.
she's riding through. Like I proper rate her.
You got no choice.
Like
free
she's
bags.
riding through, and what she done with me was like some budgeting sheet as well, and I just really helped her, like just understand how you can get through this. Do you know what I mean?
Does she have a man?
No.
She needs someone. She needs to de-stress. She needs something.
Oh my god! Now you're talking
Are you
about.
gonna find her a man?
I will assist.
Entanglement.
He will assist.
43 bags. You need a massage. Something, bro.
You need something.
She needs something.
45
She needs
something.
money, not a massage.
I'm not 43,000
She needs
naira.
money, not a massage.
Pound sterling.
Do you know what? If there was a picture definition of duress, it would be
It's
that.
that. Flick to
It
the.
would be that.
I understand still.
Fam, like
Dictionary.
unprovoked. Like I didn't like
100%.
You
And
know,
did you
must write this
Imagine,
debt.
or if the house is not paid off, remember it's not an asset.
Yeah.
It's still a liability until the house is paid off.
Yeah.
So yes, I've got a mortgage, but that mortgage is left to your children. Can they afford the mortgage after you pass? What happens? Because I know someone that has had that their husband left them. It was a big house, really nice, but they couldn't afford the mortgage and they lost the house.
Crazy.
Inheritance
So-
tax.
It's very inheritance tax is a very big one.
Inheritance tax.
It's a very, very big one.
And this, I will say, unashamedly, our community feel it. So
yeah, because my mum's going through that with
Would
my
you know? But
granddad's
would you say
inheritance
to
tax
like
now.
people that are like on the poverty line that cannot afford certain because
they
like
can afford a family
yeah.
income benefit?
I mean, well, like
They can.
on a larger spectrum, yeah, like
So
to
if-
people
It's
that
not
aren't
high on their
educated,
priorities,
yeah,
let's be
No,
honest.
it's not high on their
definitely.
priorities
And I
because like
understand
everyone's
why.
struggling.
people
But they
do
should
struggle.
remember why they're struggling. They should remember the struggle.
So my thing is, when I speak to people that are very close to the poverty line, first of all, we always tailor to the budget. So if your budget is £9 a month, I will give you a little bit of everything you need within the £9. Yes, it's not going to be the level that you actually need.
Yeah,
but it's something.
or you're supposed
something
to
is better than nothing. So
something is that
better than
sentence.
nothing. It's something is better than nothing.
Something
So
is better
if
than
you,
I mean, 5 minutes. It's
No.
fine.
it was definitely past 5 minutes.
way past. It was a whole half an
I
hour.
thought that was long. So if you are on the poverty line, I just ask you to say, if you had £3 a week spare, and yes, they're in poverty, but if they then think about their child perpetuating the poverty that they're living in,
Jesus,
they
Kelly.
what's wrong with you? They can find
Even like Tia, she was
change.
perpetuating the poverty.
Yeah, do you know what? It sounds all
I
fine and
understand
dandy,
that,
innit? It does.
No, it does.
Yeah.
But when
It's
I
a
break
do
it
you know
down,
what?
do you know how I break it down to those
Go on,
people?
break it down, go
is
on.
the time. So most people's policy, if you
Mic
work,
to me, Kelly, just, yeah.
sorry,
You're
if
good.
you work out people's policy, you can break it down into time. So not everybody in poverty is on a low income, but the majority are. If you work out the hourly rate and you work out what I'm asking you to spend on your policy, it usually comes to, on very average, 2 hours of your weekly wage. So when you say it's them in time, could you not give your children 2 hours of your weekly?
Someone still say no.
And then I leave. So if they don't have, can you not give 2 hours to your children's future?
Yeah, I mean, I believe it's circumstantial, innit? Like, because at the end of the day,
It's a
we
mindset.
it can be a mindset. There is an
definitely a mindset.
element to
And it
that,
can be
but
reality as well, innit?
there's
It can just be reality.
there's reality
But don't
that
let me
that
catch
comes
you
into
then
place.
getting takeaway a lot.
That's what I say.
But
Because
you know,
what
it is,
we
I
do-
hear you, but I don't want us to get to the point where we lose our empathy, because capitalism is killing us, yeah?
Yeah.
And right
100%.
now, I want a special fried rice. And if I can't get it from the Chinese, I'll come into your house. So you need to pick and choose.
She does special fried rice really well.
No, well,
Oh right, you're inviting people to our house, yeah?
No,
Alright,
she
cool.
does really. She cooks really good food.
I mean, I
Remember
cook
those
really
look at
ones
the
that
segue because you
cook?
want us to come to our house. Go to Kelly's.
Kelly's, go to Kelly's.
No, Kelly's a really good cook,
Yeah.
I like to cook.
but she doesn't cook the typical. Like I will cook the whole typical Jamaican food,
I cook
yard
all the
food.
food.
With Dutch
However,
bun.
She
they're not
cooks
coming to
like
my house.
what was those things that you done? We're so going off topic, but I
Really off
No,
topic.
I like to hear this. Go on, sell us.
No. What was those
Sell us
little
your cooking
things?
skills.
Oh, what, the
The
little chicken?
And then you put the Japanese.
Yeah, the sauce on top of the fried chicken.
No, but there was the
So
crumbs.
the little
Was it
chicken
Japanese
and
with
the
the
crumbs?
crumb
Japan-
and the panko breadcrumbed chicken, and then I put the sauce on top and then
I
sesame
could have
seeds
eaten
after.
the sesame seeds.
Katsu.
I could have eaten all.
it was honey
amazing.
and soy, honey,
What-
soy and ginger.
what little
Oh, it was
wasabi thing going on.
absolutely no. Kelly
I like
can
cooking.
cook, but she cooks different things. That's why I say she can cook.
But people
Okay.
are
So
not
Not
after
the
we come to
typical.
your
I
house,
can cook
bro.
the typical.
After you come to
lamb
yours,
So when I
rice.
get the yard food, I
Yeah,
can go
yeah,
to
come on.
Kelly's and get
We go to Kelly.
the
You want
wasabi,
little,
If you want a sea bass and
yeah, the
fucking
sea bass,
potatoes.
with some
the wasabi soul, yeah.
garlic mash.
Garlic mash.
Even one time you made me those. What was it? The
Oh, the
banana. No. It was a dessert. So
Oh,
you
the
get
banana
dessert
cake.
at a house as well.
Yeah.
You get bananas and then you caramelize.
Oh, the caramelized bananas and the
then you put
meringue and the cream.
meringue.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying over there? Clink, clink. You get clink, 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 clink. But I think what Van's trying to say
Oh,
is,
yeah,
like I
sorry.
said, I understand both sides, innit? It is it
I
can be very
agree.
circumstantial. Obviously, in your line of business, like you have to break it down. Maybe that's where you're gonna get through to people more. It's like, listen, it is an hour of your time in it.
Yeah.
But where a lot of us think is like, right now I've got, let's say my budget's £100 for the month right now. I got to make this money stretch. You're asking me to give £5 to £10, even though it is just £5 to
I know what you
£10.
mean.
But we
Right
receive-
now, I'm dealing with right now. You're talking about years down the line. I look around. My auntie's 72. Dad lived to 90. Everyone's fine. We ain't got no problems. That's how a lot of us think.
But
No,
we
I get
actually
that.
say we don't take every client.
Of course.
We
Yeah.
actually say you can't afford it. You're in minus, darling.
Oh no, definitely.
So we do
I'll smash
a
up the
budget
office. What do you
for.
mean?
Yeah, don't say it like that.
Wait, so I've come to help.
I'm
and now-
vandalising that office.
Hey,
No, but I cannot. Do you know why?
I'm ripping papers.
As quick as our money comes is as quick as our money goes.
Talk for your damn self.
No. But
Yeah.
we need to know that these clients can pay the premiums.
Oh, because you want to sign someone up that's going to, in 3 months, not be able to pay.
And then what
Which is
happens?
like
Our
why you
money
like
gets
the road
taken
man,
back.
they pay
Let's
not-
be
they
real,
can't.
because we can be. I'm quite transparent.
Yeah,
You know, we do deserve to get paid. We're not here to work for free.
of course, yeah.
And of course, we need to make sure that they are the right clients and they can sustain that monthly premium. It's very, very important. And not even that, it doesn't even come down to us. It comes down to them as wasting their money.
Yeah.
Putting that money into something that they're not going to get something out from. It
So
doesn't
you're
make
already
sense.
you're already strapped for cash, and then you come and
We're
sign
not
up
going to.
for 6 months down the line.
And then you stop, because
stop,
that's the
yeah.
worst thing. Every time, what insurance companies? I love my providers, but what they bank on
It's people.
is people stopping and starting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
of
start your
course.
policy, you pay it for
100%.
2, 3, 4, 5, even 10 years. You
That's how
cancel
they
it.
make their money. That's why they're able to give so much out, because that's how they make their money.
In
No
year
one
11
ever
you go,
sustains it.
"Oh, I
No,
wanna
very
start it
rarely.
again." They're happy. Every time you cancel it and start it again, fantastic.
The house always wins, isn't it?
And you
If you
can
don't know
give
what
it.
you're
You can give this
That's the
advice,
asterisk
and
there.
people still won't get it.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Yeah.
Listen,
It
everyone's not
can,
going to
it
make
is-
the promised
it is
land.
what it is.
But we're trying to get more people in it.
all
100%.
it
I want
is.
more people on our side.
Yeah.
Trust me, I want more of us
I
women.
want more people to believe that that generational wealth can start with them.
Yeah.
That's all I want people
It's gonna
to
start here.
It's gonna
gonna start with me. It's already started.
That's all I want. You know, not all these other communities that we're always bashing. Oh, Billy's great granddad died and he bought a house. So think about your great grandchild then.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Instead of bashing,
Instead of
go
bashing Billy,
and look at what they're doing. Study
forget
it.
Billy.
Go and
Go and educate
when,
yourself.
You know, when Granny died,
Yeah, forget Billy.
Shaquanda.
Big up Tunde. innit?
Shaquanda.
Big up.
That's
We
a
learned.
fun
Big
Billy.
up Tunde.
Yeah.
We got Tunde.
Shaquanda,
Tunde
you
was
said Shaquanda.
Shaquanda was able to
Shaquanda.
when
She said
Granny
Shaquanda, she
died.
had to do
Shaquanda
that.
was able to buy
She
a
couldn't just
three-bedroom
do a
house.
normal name.
Wakanda forever.
She couldn't do Jennifer. She couldn't do Jennifer. She done Shaquanda.
Billy's a-
Why didn't you do Jennifer
Because I want to go all the
Or
way
Joanne.
there. I want to go all the way there.
or Joanna?
No, 'cause not
Are you
everyday
trying to
Billy.
really lean
Sheila.
into the Negro?
I'm really going all the way.
Yeah.
Shaquanda.
No, Shaquanda. So when Shaquanda's granny died, Shaquanda bought a 3-bedroom house. Like, on a serious note, I just want us to know that it can change your wealth.
It can happen, yeah.
It can
in some
happen.
work, yeah.
If you just have a little mindset, I'm going to set aside £50 a
No,
month
but it's
to
true.
know.
It can, because it's happened. That's what I said. My client is now, he's been able to buy a home
It's a different.
Yeah.
for the siblings that were left. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's already creating generational wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just by that, just by being accepting to what I was offering.
Yeah. We shouldn't leave here without saying.
And not even that, he only paid into that point. He was paying it
Yeah,
for his
for-
mum. He only paid in for about 4 months.
And
So
she
that
just
happened
passed.
really quick.
Okay.
Oh, what's
Happened. She was absolutely fine.
So that's
3
when you
months.
defeat the house because you know what you're doing, type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have it in
100%.
place. That's all it is. And like inheritance tax, I think I said earlier,
I think that's a big thing though.
we lose out because not us, but the generation before us, so our parents and grandparents invariably do own property.
Yeah.
And they do own property in areas where when we came, it wasn't expensive, but now it is.
Of course. Yeah.
So a lot of our grandparents are sitting on properties that 7, 8, 9 million pound properties.
100%.
When they pass away and leave us, the government are coming for their 40%.
What they
4-0.
Yeah, they take. a
They're
lot.
coming for their 40%.
My granddad's house sold for just under £1 million in Brixton, just under, and they didn't sort out inheritance tax.
So
It's
what
currently going
happens-
through probate, and now
Right.
we've got to give that
And what's
over.
probate?
So
Probate. So basically, when you pass away, they hold all your assets.
Yeah.
until
And
you
it
pay the
So you can see the
40%.
money in the
you pay-
account, but you can't touch it.
Yeah.
Until you pay the 40%.
Can't touch nothing. And you have to. My mum had to send receipts and everything with
Yeah.
regards to the funeral, what she took out of the bank account and everything like that. Like, it's serious stuff. So nothing can
Yeah.
be touched. The house, nothing, until it goes through everything. Goes through
Even in
probate.
death, they got their hands in our pockets.
Which is why you
100%.
have insurance. You can mitigate that with just
Yeah.
insurance.
But then I feel like my granddad was really stubborn, because when I was saying about inheritance tax and I was talking those things, they don't want to hear it. That generation don't want to hear it.
Are
They
there
feel like you're trying to rob
anyways-
them.
Right.
There is ways
Okay.
around it.
Anyways, off the record, on the record, to get around it.
100%. It's not even
Put the
off
house in
record,
someone
on the
else's
record.
name?
No. Oh,
You
in
can.
terms of
You
the
can do
house,
You can do that.
no. Only if the person is going to live for 2 years after.
Yeah, so you need to be, so with like my cousin's
It'd be a
mum, she's
living
already
will.
talking to do that, and she's in her 50s, which makes sense.
Yeah.
You need to do those things quick.
Yep.
But parents are always like, nah,
So
nah,
just for clarity, so you
don't
put the
make
house
sense.
in someone else's name.
You could sell the
You
house.
can gift
Okay,
it.
so- okay.
You can gift
and you
it.
can gift the
Ah,
house.
okay, cool.
But you need to do it
if the
within a
person dies within 2 years of that, the inheritance tax is still to be paid.
Yeah, but
So
then
you can't wait
it's
until you're
smarter to do it when you're in your when you're still healthy.
When you're young, fit and healthy.
When you're young, fit and healthy. Don't wait till the last
When you're
minute and
still
do
going
that.
Pilates and yoga and that.
Yeah.
Not when
Still
you're
do that.
75
do
or
that.
80.
Don't do it then. But I would do that. I don't know why majority of parents don't do that.
They're scared.
So you
They
gift
don't
them
gift
out.
People are
it to
gonna
their
throw them
kids.
out.
Yeah.
That don't mean you're going to throw them out.
That's what it means.
I've
That's what
been
they
waiting
think.
to kick you out.
But you rather make them pay 40% inheritance tax and lose what your hard
Yeah.
earned.
So a lot of us don't have. So that generation did have properties, and then down. Some of us do, but the majority of us don't have 40% of 700,000. We don't have 40% of 800,000. So what happens to us is when you see people die, like if you don't know anything about it, you see someone die, and then you'll see the family quickly go and sell the house. It's not because they wanted to sell the house; they needed to find the 40%.
Yeah.
So there is an insurance to mitigate that. So again, when I see that, you're selling a family home where, you know, everyone could have had it as a base. You could have changed it into flats. You could have made money out of that and had an investment. You've now quickly got to sell it to give the taxman his 40%.
Just have a little change and then go on a few holidays and just be back to square one. Yeah.
Back to square one, and probably upset that was the only bit of mummy and daddy or granny that you had, and now because you didn't think about inheritance tax, it's gone in the wind.
That's mad. Before we get off this, I think probably a good conversation to have is how has coronavirus affected things for you guys, business wise, the industry, and just cover in general?
So at first, I remember the week before Corona, so I think coronavirus got really bad on the 13th, because on the March the 13th,
I remember it.
That day, we had every provider. It was like we woke up and it email every provider, and they started taking different products off the market.
Yeah, they did.
So
Especially
the first thing that
one,
went, accident, sickness and unemployment.
100%.
So that literally means obviously accident, sickness, but unemployment meant redundancy.
That was the big one.
As soon as Boris came to talk
We
about...
were banging them though.
We quickly,
before they went.
Before that, when coronavirus
so you knew it was coming.
came,
You was like,
we
kind of
were
knew
just
they
like,
had to take it.
it's just logical because you're gonna lose out.
if they didn't take that off the market, the insurance company will...
They'll collapse.
Industry
They
will
realised
collapse.
they had no
It will
choice but
collapse.
to do that.
Yeah.
The parachute would have gone. They would have just
Because
hit
they
the
weren't
floor.
expecting that to happen. They weren't
But they
expecting
knew
coronavirus.
when Boris came and said whatever day, but on the 13th we woke up, every provider said accident, sickness, employment no longer exists. Everyone that already has it, we know they're going to claim.
Wow.
For those who get made redundant. And obviously that day, my phone for the first 2 weeks of Rona didn't stop ringing.
Yeah, it was our busiest time. I had one of my best months.
It didn't stop ringing.
May,
People were
honestly,
scared.
May was one of my
You saying
best
the
months
Ro-
ever.
the Ro-
Look at people's misfortunes.
The Rona wasn't
Look at
a
people's
bad
misfortunes
thing.
being our best
Do you know
month.
what? It enhanced our business, and that's why we're here today. Because we wouldn't be sitting here with you because we was banking. We more went out
Yeah, we
to
had to
network and
obviously face to face.
yeah, face to face.
But
So
it made people
It's a good thing.
realise
It wasn't a bad thing for me.
for us, but
For
in
us.
general, it was a bad thing.
Yeah.
So people realised, oh, life is unpredictable. And it took a global pandemic, whether you believe it or not, for people to be like, oh my gosh, life is scary, life's unpredictable. And then they came and got their insurance. So it was really busy. But then I know that those people, when the pandemic is gone, that they will cancel it. They will cancel it because life's gone back to normal and they forgot that life is unpredictable. So in terms of the industry, it scared the insurers out of their wits.
So now they started tightening up the policies and different.
They've changed them. So all of our forms, obviously, literally overnight, flooded us. We've got new forms. All of them included corona questions.
Okay.
And then on the flip side, so like this is the side of insurance that I really love. So Royal London is one of the biggest providers.
Shouldn't say.
Why not? It's a good thing. And they changed their definition. So to make it easier to claim. So prior to that, obviously coronavirus is not a listed critical illness. However, they changed it that if you had coronavirus and ended up on a ventilator,
You would get a payout.
you would get a payout as though you've had a critical illness. So when people say insurance is a scam and stuff, they don't know. Insurers actually go out of their way that their definitions are able to be claimed on.
Okay.
So that was one of the biggest changes.
We move, innit? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
and that's what we
personally,
did.
We had to change our approach.
We just changed our way because you can either sit there and think, are you going to sink right now? Like, and I'm not.
God forbid.
I've
just
got bills to pay. My
Sink or
kids
swim
still
situation.
need to eat.
Swim.
Yeah.
What are we going to do now? How are we going to change things? How are we going to adapt? What are we going to do? What are we going to do that's different?
Yeah.
So everyone doing their lives. Okay, let's start that up now. Let me start really going on social media and just doing things through that way. And then when they said the telephones, because it was kind of hard to nail people down sometimes to do face-to-face because people are busy. It's life. So all those people that I didn't get to see, I got to speak to on the phone.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, it wasn't a bad thing for us. I think it really enhanced our business. and it's just taking things to the next level. Like even being on this podcast today, I can tell you I will be on many more to come. This is our first one.
Come on,
and
trendsetters,
we like it as long as they're like you guys and they vibes.
Yeah.
Because we're not stiff. I think that's what it is. I don't know if people expect,
'cause they
financial
expect shiny
consultants to
suit
be
and they expect
shiny suit, but I'm
double-breasted
not a
and they
stiff
expect
person, and I'm
stiffness.
not gonna read from a book. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be
shoulder
me,
pads
and I'm
say
gonna be
otherwise.
real. Yeah.
He said, "Bow."
You see that shot?
He's just keeping your toes.
No, I'm
You're not
joking,
sniffing. You're good.
I'm not stiff. I'm
Buffed
good.
and weaved. You buffed and moved up.
I'm good. I'm not a stiff person.
Yeah.
I always want to be me.
Yeah.
I think that's what's really important. And I think people buy into other people. I think people that come to me and get policies because they like me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why they want to hear a little bit more, and because I'm saying something.
Yeah.
So the more videos I do on my social media, the more lives I do, it kind of clicks into someone's head that, okay, she's saying something. Let me just hear a little bit more. And it's getting to a point where people are reaching out to me more than I'm reaching out to them.
Definitely.
That's dope. So
And
is that
that
from
is
like
the
you
aim.
assuming like referrals?
Referrals are big.
Yeah.
That is a part of our business. That is how our business continues, is referrals. We're not 0800 numbers. We do not ring down anyone's phone. That is my biggest line. I'm not going to ring down your phone. But at least we can say that we reached out to you and we tried, isn't it? And that's it. And that's what it comes down to.
Just for the purpose of clarity, where can people find you, get in touch with you, just to be able to at least get that free consultation if that's the only thing they do?
So we both got links in our bio. So
Yeah.
I'm She Talks Finance UK. And Kelly, who are
Is
you?
Kelly Upstaged? Is that my full handle?
Just Kelly Upstage. You've
Yeah,
got your
it
link in
sounds
your
really
bio
short.
as well.
Yeah,
Kelly with a
Upstage,
Y.
because
Kelly with a Y.
I
Yeah,
just
I'm
did
not
that.
with that.
Kelly with a Y. Kelly Upstage.
Kelly with a Y, Upstage.
You can book a consultation.
We've got links in our bio. You can just book it.
We'll add the information to the
You
description.
can-
of
Yeah,
this as well.
you can literally
DM
hit call.
us.
My number's on Instagram.
Mine as well. We're
you can
very.
hit DM.
You can
It's-
WhatsApp.
You
We're
can
just,
WhatsApp. It's a really.
Do you know what
personal
it
service.
is? We say it's a consultation. It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
It's not a stiff.
It's just a conversation. You're not obligated to anything. It's
Yeah.
just you even educating yourself.
Yeah.
Which I
Even
think
that.
is important. Even if you don't want something now, it's for the future that you know that you can even pass on to your
Definitely.
family, friends, and kids if you need to. And that's what it is.
That's dope.